Hey everybody, it is, I guess what would this be? Episode something or another of the KO show. We are getting ready to go to Tahoe. We're heading out to Tahoe for the Tahoe Shit Show on Thursday. Today is Tuesday, the 19th of some month. September? Probably. September. September! I knew a girl named September. She was a good friend. We're going to Tahoe and I'm gonna ride in the stunt show. I agreed to riding at the stunt show, I think at the after party in Durango. I don't remember this, and then Trent sent me a thing, he's like, here's the roster, here's where you're at on the roster. I'm like, for what, dog? He's like, the stunt show, and I went, motherfucker, I'm not really riding a stunt show, am I? I don't really want to ride a stunt show. But I'm going to. It is a bunch of the homies. A lot better riders than I am, but it will be a good time. That being said, my bike is not in the best of shape right now. I changed the handlebars on it. I like the bend of the bars, but they are taller. So it made my whole setup taller and I don't like it. I feel like the bars are on top of me. I'm not on top of the bars. So I'm gonna pull the risers off and machine, like by machine, I'm probably just gonna saw off and hand drill and retap and thread, but I'm gonna try and make the risers 1 inch shorter so I can get back up on the gas tank. Cause it's setting me like, if I'm on the tank, my hands are like this. It sucks. I need to be able to hold myself up there. And it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so I gotta haul some ass. And Trent's trying to clean all the bikes out of that side so he can set up the lift and move his car in and put his car in the lift. That's another story. Check out playlist Toge Tales. Like Magnum P. Kruesi, brother. Oh, you know what? Maybe it'll all hold together just like that. That would be super convenient if you just stayed together just like that. I bet I got a nut that I can put on there. I don't have to take the fairing off. It just saved me like an hour's worth of work. Should have thought about that trick a long time ago. I'm gonna measure the depth of this and see how much I can get away with cutting before I have to tap the hole deeper. Which is not a problem. I'll probably just drill and tap it deeper before I cut it, so I got a lot to play with and a lot to keep me straight. But it looks like it's pretty deep already and I might get lucky. So I got 65, which is just a little over a ½ inch with is not that much thread engagement. And I got 123, which I should have done it this way. Gives me 68, so I could take off like 3/4 of an inch and have a lot of room left. It's time for make-believe. Hey Trent!
What's up?
You come help me with make-believe?
Yeah, sure. Make believe. What do we make believe in?
And this is where I want it. Come hold your hand on this guy. I'm creating something new. Single post riser. It's lighter, more nimble.
Where do you want me?
I don't know, hold this shit in place for me so I can grab a hold of it and pretend. I think I would like him like right here. Like being up here feels a lot better. Man, how much do you think that is? Let me grab my barn ears. This feels good right here. This is where I feel like I should be when I'm on the front of the seat.
What about back and doing a wheelie?
It's so hard to tell when I can't grab a hold of them, like pop myself up or something, you know, like start with a ½ inch.
Yes. Or whatever this is, start there and then.
I think I'm gonna go on the strong side though and put the saw on the other side. I might have to drill them a little deeper. Yeah, I can do this. I can make this happen. I have to load this thing in the truck tomorrow to get ready to go to Tahoe. And I also need to ride the thing and see if I like it, because man, new handlebar setups can be really trying. Especially since I didn't like the way I had them. Oh, come on, baby. That feels pretty good. They feel wide. It's also weird after riding them 14-inch T-bars all weekend long. We just rode to Thunder Valley Rally in Cottonwood, and I rode the 100th anniversary up there like this in the wind for a long time. It was quite the ride. Do I got one a lot shorter than the other one? Feels pretty good. You want to sit on it?
It feels a lot better.
Yeah. Feel nice just like sitting, like pulling up a wheelie would be good. Woo! So, we're gonna come back tomorrow. Same video. You guys will just be in the same thing. I'll be in different clothes. But we'll see you tomorrow, and I'm gonna get a tap and get whatever we can get and try and make this happen and try and get on our way to Tahoe so I can ride a stunt show. Competition. I've heard lots of stunt shows. It's nice when you're just out there with the homies riding, but competition, you're on your own. See you tomorrow. It is the next day. I cut down my risers last night. I took 0.68, just a little over a ½ inch off of them. And I tapped this one already. We ordered this tap from McMaster-Carr at 5 o'clock last night, and it got here at like 9 o'clock this morning, which is crazy. And it is the sharpest tap I've ever used. I did this by hand. I'll show you on the next one. I'm gonna cut a little relief in this one, kind of mock it up over there, and then I'm gonna finish the next one and keep moving on this bike. Oh man, that's a lot of tape. I should relief this edge a tiny bit. I just don't want it to show. But if I don't, it's probably gonna start chipping, so I'm gonna hit her on the old sander real quick. Actually, I'm gonna hit her with Scotch-Brite real quick. Look at that. That looks like it was made that way. I'm gonna tap this guy. I already did the other one. I'm gonna tap it to 1/2 inch 13, and I'm gonna do it by hand in my hands, which is a very aggressive tap, deep threads. And it kind of blows me away that I can do it. This tap is so good to cut like that. Which I already have like a 1/2 inch of threads right there that I can use as a guide to make sure I'm nice and straight. Come on now. Take me home. Man, can you hear that thing cutting? It's intense. That is the sharpest tap I've ever used in my life. That is gnarly. Just cut through aluminum like nothing. That tap kit, or this tap, costs more than my other whole tap kit, but probably the reason it cuts so good. One of the coolest things I ever bought right here. Look at this. It's a little toolbox. A nice little vacuum. I can clean at any time with the utmost ease. This is the best thing I ever bought. I carry it around with me around the shop all the time. Whoa, there's a low and a high? It's unreal. It's an expensive vacuum, but it is real goddamn convenient. I like to keep my area clean. Clean that WD-40 out of there. One more giant mountain of tape. Good?
I don't want to interrupt.
Oh, you're good. Hang out all you want.
How come you're not working on that Corvette?
No time yet. Probably a couple weeks from now.
How you been? How's that?
She's good. She's healing up. If you guys have never seen the video of Smokin' Joe's garage, where we went to his garage and went through all of his 68 years of motorcycle memorabilia that's meticulously organized, and there's a lot of it. Every time Joe comes into the shop, which is a couple times a week, he always brings me something from the garage. He's like, hey, I brought you to something. I'm like, fuck Joe, I'm running out of room. There's a lot of Joe in here though. He wants to build a little memorial for himself here when he passes, but he's got a long ways to go. Doctor says he's got another good 10 years in him at least. most active 83-year-old I ever met. I think I'm done. I gotta, set the handlebars up. All that good stuff. See what Joe's up to. And I'll probably hang out with Joe for a little bit. It turns out there's been a riser change. So my machining the other riser shorter, doing it by hand and not pulling it apart and putting it in the lathe, backfired horribly on me. One of them is very crooked, so it made my handlebars sit super, super unrideably crooked. So I went down the street to our buddy's shop and I got some 5-inch straight risers because it was the only thing remotely close to what I had. So I'm gonna have to take this to the lot tonight and learn how to ride with another completely different handlebar setup once again. Which I probably shouldn't have put Loctite in these until I sat on this to see if I even like it vaguely whatsoever. So normally, on a riser like this, when you torque them, you take this guy and put the front ones down real tight so they touch the riser on the bottom. That will line up your risers nicely so they don't get twisty on you. And then you tighten the top one accordingly. These are such a bitch to get into. I have titanium riser bushings in this from Geezer Engineering. They're super light and super pretty badass. But they take a giant torque spit that is cut very tight. That thing fits in there very tight. Very well machined, but makes it a little hard to get up in there from time to time because it has got to be perfect. Oh, that guy's not even close to the tie yet. I'll probably change that other tire when I get there. I'm gonna, should ride with that other tire though, huh?
I mean, that's what I would do.
Now I need to, really need to wash.
You really want to ride tonight?
Huh?
Are you sure you really want to ride tonight?
A little bit. I want to try these handlebars out at least once before I show up there to try and compete or even ride, period. I'm gonna play with these risers a little bit. I need to wash the thing, and then I need to change the oil. I need to change the tire. I got probably just enough time. Look how convenient that is. This feels really good. Like right there feels really good. And they're straight. Have I found a new love? I don't know, but this feels pretty damn good. I just rolled the bars back a little bit. I just don't want to, I don't like having my hands really far forward when I wheelie because it's neck up, it's hard on my neck. I need to be able to like keep my elbows down and wheelie like this. I think I'm satisfied. I'm going to torque these guys down, Loctite them, finish that whole process, take it outside, give it a bath. This is it. Next is a bath. You guys don't really need to see me wash my motorcycle, do you? Again. I got a fresh, really old, really used tire on. I got that done. My oil's changed. I think I might have a little bit too much in there. I need to cycle it through the motor and check it. Trent is going through and fixing up his bike right now. It's only 2:30. Hopefully we can get these dialed pretty soon and go to the lot, test them out real quick. Then we're gonna load the truck at the lot and leave early in the morning. We should probably take some merchandise of some sort with us. But I think that's about it. Got anything, Trent?
Go to the Tahoe shit show.
It's too late now, but
By the time you see this, it'll be too late. You should be at the shit show.
next year.
It's gonna be a shit show.
Well, I'm gonna clean up my mess. I'm gonna take this outside. I'm gonna get it good and hot. I'm gonna check the oil. And I'm probably gonna load it in my truck. How much farther you got?
I gotta put that hose back on my breather, take it outside, do a final oil double check.
Word. You wanna head to the lot soon?
Yeah, I'm
Bolotsky. It's warm outside, but it is getting better. It's only like 95 today, I think, which is pretty awesome for here. Man, we are leaving in like 14 hours, heading to Tahoe. Another show. I feel like we just went to a show last weekend.
Going to Reno.
Then we had another show before that. I haven't been to Reno in a couple years. Well, whoever says money can't buy love, well, hell, they ain't never been to Reno. I was over at the buffet table and this girl come up to me, and I just flashed her them dimes, and we was heading right up to her room. Well, it was a car. Great movie. Out Cold. If you've never seen it, watch it. There's a long period of time when I lived back in Sweet Home, Oregon, where I had a house, and in that house, I just had like a little 14-inch old school, like 80s television and a VCR. And my shelves were like a cinder block, a 2x6, a cinder block, and a 2x6, and then a TV and a VCR. And I had the movie Out Cold and The Ladies Man. Yes, I watched The Ladies Man over and over again. It was wonderful. And Out Cold. I just watched those two movies every single day because that's all that I had for a long time. Two great movies. I haven't seen them since. I don't even know if I would like them now. Don't want to disappoint myself. Have you ever seen The Ladies Man? What? With Tim Meadows, The Ladies Man? I don't care what you say, chlamydia is a soup. Yeah, that's cool. Was your father a burglar? Could look like somebody told two fine hams and something up the back of your dress. The Ladies Man. Comment down below if you've seen The Ladies Man. Name is Leon Phelps. Got a smiley face tattooed on his butt cheek. Out Cold was absolutely fantastic too. It was Zach Galifianakis' first movie. And that dude has now been around for a really long time. Got a little glove holder, but I've been using it for a keychain thing from Redbeard Originals. Gave me that in Durango. It's pretty nice. I need to adjust my primary chain. I put that new one in there. It's probably stretched out a little bit over Durango time. Sounds a little slappy. Well, I gotta check my primary chain, but she feels pretty good. Bike's ready, truck's ready. We're gonna load the truck. We're gonna load everything up. We're gonna go to the lot as soon as we're done. And then practice a little bit, and then we leave tomorrow. Bike's all done, went through everything. Everything went pretty smoothly. It's 3:45. We're doing pretty good. I think we'll be all right, as long as I can go to the lot and ride with that handlebar setup, and I like it. I did slide her out outside. Tire's really slick. It might just be because I'm way more up on the bars now, which would make it easier to drift, but it is slick. I gotta get a little bit of that layer off that tire and get her sliding around a little less aggressive. I'm really worried about clutching wheelies up with my hands way out here. I just don't want to fork over my neck. I'm gonna take this bitch out and load it. See how it's done. That's how the pros do it. Next stop, Tahoe.
Peace.